Now we are no longer a prosecutor, so it's time to start a new life as a comedian. I think that's where the story is headed. Let's not even, worry about the case. We're not a prosecutor anymore, so what can we even do? Let's just do what Miles Edgeworth has been meaning to do this entire time, and that is stand-up comedy. I'm sure of it. Okay. She's not here either. Where in the world could she have gone? Hey, buddy. Knock knock, I'm here. Mr. Shields. What's going on, Miles? Why the long face? Take it from Uncle Ray, you won't be popular with the ladies looking like that. Why are you here? Did something happen? That's my line. Have you seen the news about the murder at the PRC headquarters? Your hearing, wasn't it there today? I found myself wondering if you guys had somehow got caught up in it. Wait, it's already made the news. I hear they're searching for a teenage girl suspected of killing an attorney. Can't imagine it could have been her, but it has been bothering me. Could you give me the full rundown? The truth is... yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Miles, are you trying to give your Uncle Ray a heart attack? I'm not joking. She really did lose her memory. On top of that, she's a suspect. That makes things even more difficult. Where would she have run off to? She lost her memory, right? I was hoping she would return here, but... not likely. She felt responsible for what happened to you, right? Then there's no way she would come back here. I know that, but where else can I look? Calm down, Miles. This isn't like you. It's rare to see you get so heated up. Well, not that it's a bad thing. If you're trying this hard to save an innocent suspect from false charges, I'm sure you'd make a great defense attorney. Actually, just a while ago I turned in my badge. But that doesn't mean I've decided to become a defense attorney. Besides, Kay isn't just a mere suspect. I may have only known her for a short time, but we've been through quite a lot together. And I know she isn't capable of murder. I'm surprised. I never thought you would go so far to support someone else. I don't know if you even realized yourself, but it seems a deep bond has already begun to grow between you and Kay. I'd say it even gives my bond with your father a run for its money. No, it's not that deep. She just keeps barging into my state of affairs. Haha, yeah, that girl can be quite a handful. But I'm certain that something has changed inside you since you met her. I'm really jealous, you know. After all, I lost my old partner. That's why you need to find Kay right now. I don't want you to lose your bond like your Uncle Ray did. Well then, I have a proposal. We have no idea where she is, and searching around blindly won't get us anywhere. In that case, why don't we try searching for the cause of her memory loss? Maybe that could give us a lead. I see, that might be a good idea. From what she told me, something must have happened to her at the Grand Tower. Great, that's it. Let's get going then. Hey, at the very least, could you stop looking so grim? If you stay that way, Kay probably won't want to come back at all. Good grief, I'm no match for this man. Look at how pretty with the lights. It seems it's already dark. Still open on the day of a murder. You gotta admire that capitalist spirit. But there's no one here. Looks like we've got the place all to ourselves. To prove Kay's innocence, I'll need to investigate her lost memories. Hey, let's go, Miles. We can investigate the roof as much as we want, so let's do what we can. Well, we already saw one familiar figure to the side there. Do what we can, huh? I suppose that's all we can do for now. These two. Might as well approach them first. Miles Edgeworth, so we meet again. What are you two doing here? Well, we came all this way, so I thought we'd buy some cotton candy. And what about you? You want folks to get the wrong idea about you? Do not worry, I will decide my own actions. You're just a no-good ex-prosecutor. It's no wonder you got the axe. Wait, what? You got fired? You needn't be concerned with what happened to me. What happens to me. Are you sure? Oh yeah, what happened to Kay? Huh? Was there some sort of trouble between you two? Anything I can do to help? How about an injection? It's fine. Our injections are answer to everything, apparently. Alright, it's getting cold, isn't it? Let's go home. Well then, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, let's meet again soon. Bye-bye. What about this stand? You, sir, how about some heavenly cotton candy, Heaven's Tear? We can't see the person, but I guess there's somebody there. Heaven's Tear. Did they name them after the shape of the clouds you can see from here? We tear a regular piece of cotton candy in half and then sell it without changing the price. That's why the name is Heaven's Tear. We tear the costs in half while crying tears of joy. If the customer knew that, they would be crying tears of sorrow. That joke only works in writing, in reading. If you insert a coin, you can use the binoculars to get a nice view of the city. I'm sure if Kay were feeling better, she'd be happily glued to them. For her sake, I must thoroughly examine every nook and cranny of this viewing platform. Okay, looks like we're not going to take a look ourselves. It's a statue of a pony, sparkling in twilight. The statue has wings. Perhaps it's a Pegasus. It's Pegasus, the flying horse of myth. No, there's a horn on its head. Could be the legendary unicorn. But I thought unicorns didn't have wings. What's this? There's a plaque at the bottom. The title of this work is written on the plaque. A magical contradiction. I suppose the only part of this work I was able to understand was the contradiction part. Can we look at these statues? Yes, we can. It's a statue of a creature with the body of a lion and the beak and wings of a bird. These statues seem to be guarding the entrance to this peaceful park. It's an immaculate work, down to the last detail, but since it looks so fearsome, wouldn't it frighten away the visitors to the park? They'd be fine. It's a cherry tree with branches spread wide. The flowers are nearly in full bloom. According to Kay's testimony, before she was pushed, she was standing under the cherry tree. And with a tall railing behind her. Fence. That seems a little hard to do. Why do you think Kay lost her memories? Was there something she wanted to forget? Miles, did you say something horrible to her? Of course not. I would never say anything that cruel to someone. Oh, yes, you would. Well, I might have said some unkind things to Detective Felchu in the past, but... I see. Now I feel bad for the big guy. Yeah, as you should. Have we looked at this thing yet? We can't, apparently. Unless... Oh, yeah. That's a TV, oh. This TV seems to be used for showing advertisements for the companies at the Grand Tower. Right now, it's just showing regular television programs, though. Okay. Wait, what am I watching this for? The Steel Samurai doesn't air today. There we go. The person in the red raincoat who pushed Kay off the tower. She said they came toward her, from the direction of the stand. Then why are we getting this thought from here? From what that we can deduce Kay was pushed over the railing on this side. Yeah, well, obviously. The railing is about as high as my chest. It's unlikely that someone could fall from here accidentally. I don't see any particular problems with this railing. Okay. Do these contradict each other? I feel like no, but well, let's look at them again. Person in raincoat came over from the stand and pushed Kay over. Kay testified that she remembered standing under the cherry tree. These don't seem to contradict each other or reveal anything interesting to me. Yeah, okay. What the fuck? I guess she was on top of the, like, within the branches of the cherry tree. Ow! Okay. Don't mind me, I was just admiring the view beneath the tree. Did you just fall out of the tree? I didn't mean to fall, my foot slipped. Trying to run away again? You're a suspect, and yet you remained at the crime scene. That's not a smart thing to do. Even if you have memory loss, shouldn't you have realized this much? Hey, Fhyber. I do think it's Kay. But I'll drink some water. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this is just Kay. This whole time, while you were playing this silly game of hide and seek. Nah, I don't think so. I've been worried sick about you. Are you angry with me? Of course I am. Answer me. What were you doing here? Did you think I'd let you off the hook that easily just because you have memory loss? That's not it. I came here because I thought I could get your badge back. What? If I don't regain my memories, you'll never get it back. I thought if I went back to where I lost my memories, then maybe I would remember. If I could just remember killing her. You can't remember something you didn't do. Heh. You're still the same as you were. You're still the same as you were before you lost your memories. You mean the very first something? No. Obviously I remember everything about that. Just like I remember the lyrics. Perfectly. Your thoughts and actions have always exceeded my expectations. Without a doubt, you are the Kay Faraday I know so well. However, I cannot approve of your recklessness. I understand. Cut. You get 0 style points, Miles. Or more like negative points. Here's how it's done. Kay, how about a hug? Okay. Oh, well then. Mr. Shields. It was just a joke, honest. That's not a Steel Samurai ringtone. We interrupt this program with breaking news about the Grand Tower murder case. The police believe the culprit is a teenage girl who was present at the crime scene. She remains at large as the police continue to search for her whereabouts. Really, the police are looking for her and they didn't care to check the fucking roof? The tree on the roof? Really? Damn, they're incompetent. Edgeworth had time to go back to his own place and then come back here. And they didn't manage to find her. Wow. Wow. No wonder somebody like Gumshoe managed to become like one of the higher ranked people there. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh dear, this is getting pretty serious. Well, gang, what's the plan? We don't have much time. Indeed, it's only a matter of time before they find us here. So then, why don't you tag along with us for a while, Kay? But I'll just cause trouble for you again. It pains me to say this, but I've got nothing to lose at this point. Mr. Edgeworth? That settles it. We are all in this together now. Miles, you're in charge of proving Kay's innocence. Failure is not an option. Yes, I understand. Kay, I want you to help Miles with his investigation as much as you can. Yes, I'll do my best. Let's be quick about it, before the cops find us here. Unlike some people, Uncle Ray still has lots to lose. Sheesh. If I lose the law office, I'll never be able to face Gregory. Good ol' Ray. I definitely didn't forget his name just now. No. This man. I'm glad he's on our side. Alright. Got anything interesting to tell us now? Can I help with something? Recollections first and then memories. Mr. Edgeworth, for a while now I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something. What? Is that true? Well then, please speak freely. Say whatever comes to your mind. Okay. I remember a faint scent. It was a wonderful smell coming from the counter of a food stall. I followed the fragrance only to find a perfectly sculpted burger resting on 2 golden buns. Uh-huh. The tender and juicy patty made my taste buds sing with joy. Are we sure this isn't actually Maya's spirit inhabiting you right now? Yes, I can remember what I thought at that moment. I want seconds. I don't think this memory has anything to do with the case. Okay. I came back here because I thought I might remember something. Could you again go over what you told me before? Well, it was raining, so I stood under the cherry tree to take shelter. And then a person in a red raincoat appeared. That person pushed me and I fell. Can you tell me anything about the person in the raincoat? I'm sorry, I don't remember that much. No, wait. As the person approached me, I saw the moon just over their shoulder. The moon? Yes, that's right. It's just a faint memory, but I think the moon was in the exact same spot as it is now. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? It was floating just above the cherry tree. She could see the moon behind the figure in the raincoat. This is a new piece of testimony. I'll be sure to keep it in mind. So, anything about yourself? You called yourself the great thief Yatagarasu. You prided yourself on being a noble thief who steals the truth. Do you remember anything about that? Well, Aha! Maybe I was called a noble thief because I won the Nobel Prize. That's Nobel, not noble, and they don't give prizes for thievery. They should, though. Alright. Guess these are the ones that contradict each other more so than these two. Right. Remember standing under the cherry tree. Yeah, right. That's the one. That's gotta be the one. Come on, game. Oh, fuck you. I guess maybe I need another piece to, like, have, you know, allow the game to connect to the pieces properly. Even though it's already obvious what's wrong here. Yeah, shut up. I'll look around and talk to Ray first before I try the other one. I can't believe this incident is already on the news. I wonder how they caught a wind of it. Maybe they're doing a live report from that helicopter over there. Uncle Ray's gonna be on TV. Miles, make sure you tune in. What is he thinking at a time like this? Okay, thinking out of you. Yeah, I don't see anything new to investigate here. I guess they might also want me to connect to these two, even though I don't see how that would help. Like, that could just tell me, Oh, so this is why she was standing and looking this way or something, but then... Person in raincoat came over from the stand and pushed Kay over. Kay saw the moon behind the person in raincoat. I guess this is gotta work, right? It's gotta. Okay. If I recall Kay's testimony, a person in a raincoat approached her from behind the candy stand. Then this person supposedly pushed Kay over the railing, opposing the stand. Moreover, Kay said that she saw the moon over the person's shoulder. However, earlier I confirmed that the moon is floating in the opposite direction. And on the night Kay lost her memories, it seems the moon was in the exact same spot. Therefore, the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat don't match up. Her memories have probably become confused. After all, had she actually been pushed over the railing, she couldn't have survived the fall. Perhaps I should question Kay's memories of where she fell. Perhaps. I guess we'll connect these two. Because why not? Boop. Kay was not pushed over the railing on this side. After all, if you fell from here, you wouldn't even be alive in the first place. But I'm certain I was standing under the cherry tree. If I fell, then the only place I could have fallen was over the railing. Well, maybe the ground just opened up from under you and swallowed you up. The ground here can open up? How? No, it was just a joke, Kay. Nothing, please don't worry, don't take it so seriously. No, strange as it may sound, that may actually be the truth. Even if it's only a small chance, it matters not. Let's try searching the area around the tree. Okay. Aha, a hatch. Kay could not have fallen over the railing. There must be something around here that proves it. Up. What could it possibly be? I have no idea. Oh, jeez. Oh boy, let's look at the petals. Maybe one of those petals opened up a black hole. That's probably it. Flower petals are scattered all over the ground. The blossoms are not yet in full bloom, so the strong winds up there must be the culprit. Personally, I'd appreciate it if they spent a little more effort cleaning these petals up, but they look nice. Okay, fine. I don't think there's anything else to investigate, so I guess I'll have to do this. It looks like a maintenance hatch. Kay could make... Kay, maybe you fell down here. Maybe. Nah, just kidding. There's no way something like that could happen. We've definitely never had less likely things happen in this franchise. I'm sorry, I just can't remember if... No, that was just a joke. No need to take it seriously. Right. So when should I take you seriously then? When indeed. Well, if you jumped into Uncle Ray's arms... Mr. Shields! Come on, Miles, it was just a joke. A joke, you know. Oh, I get it. No one ever takes you seriously. Ouch. That stung a bit. Well, you have no one to blame but yourself. Do we have two pieces of logic? No, we don't, right? Okay. Well, I see nothing else to investigate here. Right? This is just another flower petal thing, right? So, let's go back, I guess. What else is there to investigate, though? I guess this is just the talk prompt. Might as well try, I guess. Okay. How about you? No. Maybe we have to present something to her. Alright, the victim's letter. This letter, it's a promise I made, right? If you can call conspiring to commit a crime a promise, then yes. A crime? But I was the one who wrote this letter, right? This letter is not handwritten. We cannot be certain that you wrote it. Is that so? Okay. Well, I think we showed her everything else. Pretty much. What have I not investigated yet? Maybe this specific statue? I only investigated the one that left. No. Nope. Yeah, alright. Okay, let's just this again. Maybe the TV has something new on it. Oh, it actually does. Fucking hell. Police are searching for a 17-year-old girl suspected in the murder of an attorney. Okay. Nice view they got. We're seeing live footage from the 50th floor. The investigation will continue through the night. The 50th floor, isn't that the meeting room of the PIC headquarters? That's right, we can see the shadows of the investigators behind those blinds. Uh-oh, it's like making a clean getaway just got that much harder. It seems we have no choice but to cleverly evade the eyes of the media. Maybe Uncle Ray should have become a spy instead of an attorney. If worst comes to worst, I may have to use Mr. Shields as a decoy. Miles, just now you were thinking of something terrible, weren't you? I won't rest. So it's interesting how this room is beneath the tree, isn't it? This appears to be a live news broadcast. In other words, what we see on the screen is now how the Grand Tower looks at this very moment. Does that mean we can be seen on the TV too? No, the camera is too far away and it's too dark to see it clearly. There's no need to worry. It certainly would be bad if Kay were to be seen on TV right now. Can we check this specifically? Nope. Wait, we're seeing live footage from the 50th floor. The investigation will continue through the night. Why can I not skip this? I know this is like a different reason for this text to appear, but it's the same text, right? That's a little annoying. It looks like they are still investigating the meeting room. As the reporter said, you can see the investigators' shadows moving around. There is a huge contradiction in this image. I should present that piece of evidence. I'm guessing there's only one piece that could potentially contradict it, but let me check it out again. Yeah. There should be another floor. There shouldn't be another floor above that, but it looks like there is. Eureka! Do you know how many floors this building has? Of course, 50 floors, right? Just above the place where the PIC conducts their practically illegal cover-ups. He's got some bite on him. Couples are wishing for love. Kind of ironic, don't you think? So, what's this dark area above the 50th floor? Maybe it's a tunnel of love. Those are always dark, eh? The viewing platform we're on now should be directly above the PIC meeting room. However, the late-night investigation is taking place 2 floors above us. Below us. This is a clear contradiction. Was there a mistake in the pamphlet? No, rather. It's more natural to assume this building has a hidden 51st floor. Okay. I see, so that's where the Tunnel of Love is. Aw, she's so pure and gullible. It's breaking Uncle Ray's heart. Then why don't you take this opportunity to be more serious for once? You just don't get it, Miles. I joke around to make things easier for you. On the contrary, his painful jokes only make things harder for me. Do they, though? This appears to be a lab. I'm guessing we have all the important things figured out. Fell down the hatch. This there 51st floor. Maybe that's why she fellarized. Phew. An extra floor between the 50th floor and the viewing platform. Why didn't anyone notice it? Normally, you'd notice it. I mean, how can you hide an entire floor? That is where the problem lies. No one noticed something that should have been easily noticeable. In other words, it must be impossible to access the 51st floor using normal means. I see. Maybe there's a secret portal or something. Okay, now's not the time to be thinking with portals. Haha. I'm guessing that's a, fan translation exclusive reference. I'd like you to recall the hatch at the base of the cherry tree. Isn't it normal to assume there's a room on the other side of it, the maintenance hatch? Haha, Uncle Ray likes where you're going with this. Let's hurry and check it out. Oh, you can just open it up like that? That's a little too easy. There we go. Now let's see. This is the story of a girl. Anyway. Looks like there's a lot of stuff down there. Is this what they call a storeroom? There's no doubt about it. This is where Kay fell down. Of course, and with this the mystery's solved. No, not yet. We still have the mystery of the person in the red hood and who was walking in midair. Now, let's not get greedy, shall we? We found the storeroom, so let's wrap things up here. I suppose you have a point. It does seem to warrant an investigation. Okay. Well, if it isn't Miles Edgeworth... Hey! Emma, what are you doing here? I heard about the case from Detective Gumshoe. Since I was already in the area, I thought I might as well check out the crime scene. We're gonna do some forensic science now, aren't we? This girl's name is Emma Skye. She's a high school student studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. She's the younger sister of my former boss, and a witness in one of my trials 2 years ago. Detective Gumshoe told me everything over the phone. He sounded really upset. He said you lost your badge at the Grand Tower and Kay became a mummy. Please calm down. I thought you left for Europe just a few days ago. Don't tell me you've come back already. Yep, and I brought my teacher from abroad too. He needed an interpreter, so I volunteered to help. If your teacher cannot speak English, why aren't you with him right now? He can still communicate with people. Don't underestimate the importance of body language. That doesn't really count as a language. But enough about that. Have at you. What happened to Kay? Is she alright? My, what a good friend. Isn't this great, Kay? Yeah. Who are you? Are you Mr. Edgeworth's new assistant? Hahaha, on the contrary, my dear. I am Ray Shields, head of the Edgeworth Law Offices. Edgeworth? Law Offices? Wait, you mean like defense attorneys? Mr. Edgeworth, when did you suddenly become an attorney? No, it's not like that. Now that I think about it, it is a rather complicated working relationship. Don't sweat the details. Let's start with an introductory hug. Why'd you become a defense attorney, Miss Edgeworth? Hey, don't just ignore me. Because I don't approve at all. Well, why don't we continue this conversation down below? That's right, the police could arrive at any second now. Mr. Edgeworth, who's she? I'll explain later. First, we have to go down the hatch. Ah, okay. Guess I'll be joining the defense team? I'll explain about that too. Well then, let's go to the storeroom. To be continued. Ding! Save that game. And check what's down below. 7 p.m. Question marks. It's pretty dark down here. I can't see a thing. What's your footing, Emma? Ouch! I think I hit my head. Okay, be careful not to slip. Take your time coming down. Ah, okay. The light switch should be somewhere around here. Oh, look at all this stuff. This is... the hidden 51st floor. Is it being used as a storeroom? We'll need to investigate it thoroughly. Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me about the case. Right then, where should I begin? I see, this is certainly a serious situation. Why does she look like she's having so much fun? Hehehe, looks like you're in a bind, prosecutorial attorney Edgeworth. I'm not a defense attorney, nor is there such a thing as a prosecutorial attorney. This looks like a job for science. Don't you worry, I've got everything here in my bag. Are you sure you're up for this, Emma? Of course. So, once again, it's good to be working with you, Miss Edgeworth. I'm glad to be working with you as well. Good. Looks like we've got ourselves another cute assistant. So, what's the plan? That lift looks pretty suspicious to me. Uh-huh. It looks like it goes down. I'm curious as well, but first we should investigate this room. Okay, if you find out anything, be sure to tell Uncle Ray. And if I remember something, I'll let you know. Yes, please do, Emma. Roger, I'm ready to support. Well then, let's begin the investigation. Bum, 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 bum. What's this stuff? These are... There's one missing. And that thing in the middle was from that one case earlier in the game. They're probably all references. I think I remember the one below the one in the middle. Like in the middle, bottom middle. Anyway, what is it? The items displayed on this shelf here, if I recall correctly, they're all evidence from past cases that I was involved with. What are they doing here? I guess that would make this place the PIC's evidence storeroom, huh? These items should be kept in the care of the police. Don't they keep evidence in the prosecutor's office? Only for current trials. However, once a verdict has been reached, the evidence is transferred over to the police department and stored in the evidence room. But it looks like the evidence has been stored here instead. There's no point in worrying about it. For now, I should try examining everything. It looks like some of the evidence have tags in front of them. And there are numbers written on the tags. Maybe they're the ID numbers of the evidence? No, based on how large these numbers are, and the nature of these items, I'd say these are prices. Prices? If that's the case... Wow, these are ridiculously expensive. She seems more concerned with the high prices than the legality of this whole affair. The evidence on display. I should expect every nook and cranny. Let's check this funky safe first, which is the one thing we can't check. Ink and lamp, both are evidence that I've handled before. Why is all this stuff here linked to you? Many of the items here are objects that I've handled just a short while ago. But it's probably only a coincidence that they're all collected here. Oh, sure. A coincidence? I never thought I'd hear you say that word, Miss Edgeworth. No matter how improbable, if it fits with the facts, then we must accept it as truth. Isn't that the same with science? Aha! We should discuss science in detail someday, Miss Edgeworth. What about that thing? I don't remember that. It's a small bottle. I've seen this piece of evidence before in the past. Huh? Is that all? Yes. What more did you want me to say? I need to make a memo. Note to self. Even the most boring objects sound like works of art when Mr. Edgeworth describes them. Don't read the memo like that out loud. What about this? This mannequin. I've got it, according to my scientific reasoning. This is something you encountered in one of your past cases, right? No, it's not. This is the first time I've seen this mannequin. It seems completely unrelated to the other objects in this room. There's no price tag in front of this mannequin either. So then why is it here? Also, there's no price tag in front of this here. What a cute doll! It kinda looks like the Steel Samurai. It's the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was destined to become a hero of justice from the moment of his birth. So much pressure rests on his tiny baby shoulders, and yet he carries himself with a grace and dignity that belies a toddler of his age. Hello, Miss Edgeworth. Are you even listening to me? Of course I am. Yeah, of course you are. Oh, how cute! This stuffed animal is so fluffy. That's from Gourd Lake. Yep. It should be in the care of the prosecutor assigned to that case right now. Why is it sitting here in a place like this? Huh? This little guy's missing his left horn. His left horn. I'm pretty sure it was already missing when I first saw it, yep. Then this must be a defective product. I demand a recall. Now that I think about it, giving a broken toy to a country's president does sound strange. Wait, I wanted to check the thing that was missing. This storeroom contains items to be sold, doesn't it? It's unfortunate, but the possibility seems quite high. Yeah, Emma. I suspect some nefarious individual has been selling evidence here. And people actually pay money for this stuff? She's totally canon. Yes, it did. Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice confirmed that they happened, right? And Apollo Justice. Especially Apollo Justice, I think. Anyway. Apparently, some people do. The price tags are proved. Oh, I see. I see how it is. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. Hello. That's strange, only this one's spot is empty. But it still has a price tag, so just like the other ones. I guess maybe just that piece of cloth might just be the piece. Indeed, furthermore, there's a part of this cloth that is not covered in dust. Perhaps something was placed here not so long ago. I see, it sure seems like it, but what could it have been? This star-shaped mark in the dust, I wonder, could it be related to a certain piece of evidence? Do I have anything like that? Is this star-shaped? Kinda? Does that fit there? Maybe. But first I'm gonna check the other pieces. Yeah, no, let's try this. Alright, we can lose health here. Oh well, let's try it. Okay. This dust pattern matches up perfectly with the base of the candelabra. You know, it's a little hard to tell how exactly it matches up, which is why I was a little worried. But it's fine. It's likely that the killer got the candelabra from this very storeroom. Here. Sadly, it is apparently unrelated to the other items on display right there, but maybe it's related to the case after all. Does that mean the candelabra was also a piece of evidence? It's quite possible. However, that is not the issue here. The murder weapon originally came from the storeroom. We must keep that in mind. But it looks like we didn't gain any new evidence or a piece of logic from this, so let's keep looking at the other stuff. Don't you think it's kind of creepy how all these masks are lined up in such a dark place? Emma, are you not good with horror movies? No way! Horror movies are so unscientific. So she's scared of them. 50k! Well, there's one missing. And I feel like I can already deduce something about this. The German ninja mask that Kay had with her. Perhaps it was originally attached to this hook. That sounds plausible, scientifically speaking. In other words, Kay came here. It's quite likely, but for what purpose? Maybe she was going to steal something from this place. A great thief who steals the truth, huh? No, I don't think we can answer that question at the time. What are these other masks? This mask is the mysterious global hero, Onyakopon. Yeah, the blue badger is omnipresent. There was definitely one in the previous case, I think. And, you know, they did that bit. And then, you know, the step ladder kind of stuck around in one of the spots, but no more references were made by the game, but I made some. Because I am hilarious. Why are you so surprised? Mr. Edgeworth, don't you know? Everything about this show is shrouded in mystery. From the production company to the broadcast times, even the merchandise is hard to find. Wouldn't that mean the company simply went bankrupt? That sounds sad. It's Captain Saipan. He's really popular in Europe. All the kids, and even the other adults, dress up like him. I think the flower on his head would be a little too much. Okay. What TV show are these masks from? I'm not very familiar with it, but I believe it's called The Students of the Starry School. Each member of the class is a hero of justice. So I guess those red and white caps are part of their school uniforms. And maybe the number of eye slits is the mask corresponds to their class ranking? See, the one on the left is ranked number 1 and the one on the right is ranked number 2 and so on. Oh, I see. So that's how it works. If that's the case, the student with the lowest rank would have a mask full of holes. I guess we'll have to watch the show to find out. Okay, so I guess I don't have to check that one. When you think of the heroines from the Steel Samurai universe, she's the first to come to mind. That's right, I love the Pink Princess too. Emma, you watch this kind of show? Yeah, of course. You like it too, don't you, Mr. Ashworth? No, I wouldn't go that far. Really? Since you had a Steel Samurai figure in your office, I thought for sure. So even Emma has noticed it? It's kind of hard to overlook. The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai. The Nickel Samurai always seemed kinda smug by comparison. And his slender build doesn't look cool at all. I definitely prefer the Steel Samurai. It seems she has good taste. I guess we can't look at these masks in the bottom row. Shame. These are murder case files. Well, those shouldn't be going on sale for sure. Eh? What are those doing here? By all rights, they should be kept at the prosecutor's building or the courthouse, but It would seem that someone has removed them. Something is afoot, and we are none the wiser. KKK. What do we have down here? Scientifically speaking, this must be a wooden icebox. This chain is tied around it to keep the code from escaping, probably. No, Emma. Wouldn't this be a costume trunk? It's made from wood, so that repels bugs in order to protect the clothes inside. Ah, I see, of course. That's another possible theory. If your clothes are stored in a cold place, it would be nice and cool to wear in the summer. I guess she's sticking to her icebox theory. There's a transceiver sitting next to all these trophies. It seems like they were lined up together on purpose. Looks like it's still got batteries in it. Might come in handy later, so I'll pick them up for now. I'll be sure to put it back to good use before I turn it into the police. That sounds just like what a certain great thief would say. There sure is a little bit of overlap between the two, isn't there? Wow! Talk about bad taste. I've never seen such a gaudy desk before. Just what kind of person would use something like this? The tabletop is being supported by 4 naked men. The design is quite painful to look at. It certainly is in poor taste. Maybe this is also related to one of your past cases? No, none of the cases I handled involved a person with such bad taste. Or at least I hope not. Who knows, man? There's a huge stack of money piled up here. How unrefined. Yeah, let's take it with us to improve the refinement of this room. And that's the only reason we should do it. They're about $100. They're all $100 bills. Talk about big bucks. Finally found something new here. So how many times your yearly salary do you think this is worth? Leave my salary out of this. I think Edgeworth is, at least was until he turned in his badge, pretty well off financially. What's this? It looks like a giant head. If I recall, this is the head of Mrs. Monkey. I believe it was from a case I was involved with in the past. It's impressive how they were able to get such a large object into this room. Miss Monkey, huh? That doesn't really have a nice ring to it. Maybe you remembered the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, impossible. That can't be true. I'm not sure what it was actually called. This statue. Yes, it is. Is it some sort of new fact? No, this is evidence from a case that I was previously involved in. I believe it was called the El Alice Red statue. There were supposed to be 2 of them, one real and one fake, but no matter which one this is, it's unnatural for it to turn up in a place like this. Mr. Edgeworth, you've really been seeing a lot of cases, huh? What does that sound? Hey, you're in a lot of trouble. Ha ha ha. Yippee-ki-yay, I got me a scoop. Eek. Yeah, my eyes. Stop it. You ain't getting away from the great Lotus camera that easily. I reckon y'all must be criminals. I must snap 16 shots before y'all can even say cheese. We're not criminals. Good old Lotta. Really? You ain't fooling my camera of justice with those words. You are... Huh? Yeah. Ain't you that heinous prosecutor from back then? Yes, he sure is. What are you calling heinous? I mean, you were pretty rude to her. This is Lotta Hart. She's a photographer I've dealt with during my past cases. I see her distinctive accent and her chatterbox mouth haven't changed a bit. Just look at that face. You're obviously up to no good. It seems she has a bad impression of us. Well, this game, plays in like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something. So it makes some sense. And, you know, there are definitely people who do that. Now it's time to pay your dues. Stand still while I photograph y'all. We only came here to investigate. Lies! You think you can fool me like that? Well then, why are you here, huh? Mr. Edgeworth, she's not listening at all. She seems harmless. Let's just leave her be for now. Oh, she's not gonna be harmless for long. Oh man, Uncle Ray's heart is pounding up a storm. Surrounded by so many cutie pies in such a small cramped room. Mr. Shields, please try to be more serious. Hehehe, it was just a joke. Uncle Ray's keeping a close watch over little Kay. So you can continue your investigation without worrying. You watching over Kay is exactly what I'm worried about. No, dude. She can't be the murderer. Because... well... we're already pretty sure who the murderer is, aren't we? It's you, Fhyber! You're the murderer! So, what are all y'all folks doing in a suspicious place like this? I was about to ask you the very same question. Why are you here? Yeah, I got you. For the people of the world and for myself. I'm a social justice photographer after all. So I gotta take photo after photo after photo for my big scoop. It seems I won't be able to talk to her normally when she's like this. Okay. Maybe we can do some logic. Not sure we have any pieces. Prices and money. Well, I guess those might be related. Let's try. Pew! From the price tags attached to the pieces of evidence and that huge stash of cash, it's clear that the buying and selling of evidence was being carried out here. In the hidden 51st floor, evidence was being trafficked. This clearly means something. It seems further investigation is needed about the dealings that went on in this place. If only there was a witness, we could just ask them. A witness. A witness, huh? Maybe somebody with some photographic evidence. Nobody comes to mind. Guess we'll just take this elevator down. Look, check it out. This lift has a sturdy platform and solid steel supports. According to my calculations, it should be able to support the weight of 50 Mr. Edgeworths. I doubt there's enough space for that many people. It seems to be used for moving goods. I wonder about that. If you pack them in real tight, they just might fit all 50 of them. Impossible. That aside, there are still some more places in the storeroom we need to examine. We'll examine the lift after we finish our investigation here. Impossible, huh? Then how about 45? No, we might even be able to fit 48 people. I'll believe her. There's another... this guy here. Maybe that's the one you meant, while I was thinking of these masks here. Actually, no, you wouldn't have been able to see him from over there. Also, this vehicle here also seems related to that specific mascot character. Anyway. So, why did you come here? For the people of the world, and for myself. I'm a social justice photographer after all. Social justice? Then allow me to guess the reason why you came here. Was it perhaps to expose the illegal evidence trafficking? Oh, I get it. You are trying to get a scoop on the secret dealings. Huh? Y'all know that much already. Well, I reckon there ain't no reason to hide it anymore. My sources tell me there's some kind of black market auction being held around these parts. Wow, she's actually informed pretty well, huh? Let me close my blinds real quick. What did you say? So then all this evidence here is... Yep, they're the goods for the auction. There's a lot of dirty money flying around here. I wanted to try and catch it with my own 2 eyes. My sources gave me a whole bunch of info, but if I figured just hearing about it ain't enough. Seeing is believing after all. So I've been staking out the place from behind this here statue since yesterday. The auction took place late last night and went on till early in the morning. A murder on the night of the black market auction. Could the 2 events be related? No, probably not. Come on. What could be the odds? The auction... Anyway. Black market dealings in the Grand Tower. Guess I really hit the mother lode this time. Were all the items in the auction pieces of evidence? There was some normal stuff too, like stolen art and the like. I wouldn't consider stolen art to be normal. But I reckon the evidence was the star of the show there. These folks are law fanatics, trying to get their hands on the latest goods from the police. So that's why you wanted to get pictures of Miss Hart? That's what you wanted to get pictures of, Miss Hart? Pretty much. They were meeting right under this very storeroom, so I watched them from up here. You said you weren't here since yesterday. Did you witness the entire event? It was a black market auction after all. They followed a fairly detailed procedure. First, the participants entered the storeroom from the viewing platforms, all one at a time. When they got in, they each took one of those masks on the wall over there. Funny thing about those masks, they're all equipped with voice changers, itty-bitty ones. That way they wouldn't be recognized. They wanted to protect their anonymity? You mean anonymity? Yeah, that's it. The anonymity. Why not just say identity and make things easier for all of us? After putting on the mask, they'd go down the lift. And the next fella would come right in. On the way back, it was the exact same thing, but in reverse. But there was one person too little, maybe? They come up one by one, return the mask, and head up out the storeroom. Wow, that's pretty thorough. How many participants were there? 11 people altogether. I counted each of them as they made their way down. Okay. What happened? I'll have you know I wasn't just laid up behind the statue the entire time. And then where were you in the beginning? The beginning? Well, don't you worry yourself about that, you hear? So she was hiding behind the statue the entire time. I watched the folks coming in while lurking in the shadows, all secret agent-like. Note to self, secret agents like to lurk in the shadows. And then they used that lift over there to get down to the auction site. After they all went down, I watched the whole thing from the lift. Did that lift stay down the entire time? No, it came back up. But there's a tiny gap in the floor there. There's a bit of space between the floor and the lift platform, you see. So I could see just about everything that was going on down there. Then did you see the person who was conducting the auction? Eh? Well, yeah, you betcha I did. What kind of story would this be if I didn't know who the conductor was? The conductor, huh? It seems I'll need to ask her for more details. So, let's talk about that again. Do you have any more information about this so-called conductor? You know, I came here to get me a scoop. What makes you think I'll give up my info to you all willy-nilly? Basically, what you're saying is you don't know. Ah, I see. So that's why she won't answer. What can I say? I couldn't even tell how old they were, or if they were a guy or a gal. Can you tell me what the person was wearing at the time? They had on a white jacket with a purple flower, and they were wearing white gloves. Uh-huh. But you know, that don't mean much when I have no earthly clue who they really are. So the conductor's identity was hidden, just like the participants. That's right. They had on the mask and voice changer, just like everyone else. What kind of mask did this person wear? It was a Zervan mask, I reckon. Zervan? What in blazes is that supposed to be? Miss Edgeworth, you don't know about Zervan? He's the sworn enemy of global hero on Yakupon. Zervan, the ruler of time. Seriously, who hasn't heard of him? Most people, I'd imagine. Since the conductor wore a mask, I assume you were not able to see their face. Not even a teeny weeny bit. And after I came all this way for my big scoop. This whole story's turning out to be nothing but fool's gold. Okay. That set of clothes seems familiar. Yeah, sure it does. Perhaps I should show her that piece of evidence. I was gonna do that anyway. But now it seems like you told me to, so I want to do it less. You said the conductor wore a white jacket with a purple flower and white gloves. That's right. They sure looked spiffy for a criminal mastermind. Miss Hart, did they look anything like this? Hey, that's it. That's the conductor. Hold your horses. Are you telling me the conductor is dead? She's the victim of a case we are investigating. Her name is Jill Crane. Have you heard of her? Can't say I have. So, she was a lady, huh? What kind of gal dresses like that? She get her kicks by fooling me into thinking she's a guy. I doubt that her intention was to deceive you. Setting that aside, we have established something with major importance. The victim was the conductor of the black market auction. Oh, I see, so the conductor was killed, then that might explain... Explain what, Miss Hart? Ah, no. It's nothing, honest. Miss Hart, you clearly sounded suspicious just now. And I'm telling you I ain't. Can't be. Sorry, were you trying to say something? No, I ain't. I ain't said nothing. Please don't be like that. Just tell us. How many times I gotta tell y'all I'm a journalist? Information is what pays the bills. I can't just go around spouting everything I know. I've already said too much. I got nothing left to say to y'all. Then, what if I found some fingerprints for you? What good would that do me? I don't want none of your dusty old prints. Why don't you two follow my example and do some investigating on your own? Oh, I guess you won't tell us anything. Not to worry, Emma. Just leave it to me. I have a certain method of drawing out information from those who wish to hide it. It's called my gun. And you better fucking tell me something or I'll fucking cock it. Okay? If my opponent's lips are sealed, I will be the one to unseal them. Let us begin. He's like really good at French kissing, you guys. First, let's analyze my opponent's demeanor. Grrr. I ain't telling you nothing, so quit wasting my time. She seems rather impatient, as if she's trying to cut off the conversation. I must be careful with my time. I won't have long to consider my responses. Oh no, not more time pressure, please. I'm almost certain that she's hiding something from me. That's why I'll begin my attack. Now, time for the first move. Okay. Logic checks. Begin! Let's calm down and talk this over. Don't you think you're overreacting a bit? Let us just calm down and... I'm always calm. Now leave me alone. You don't look calm to me. Oh, what? But that wasn't the expression. Come on, man, game. You can't fucking break your own rules that you set up the entire time. And then the one time I fucking doubted them, and you were like, nope, that's how the rules are. And now I'm following them, and now you're telling me they're not the same? Fuck you. What are y'all yapping about? All you do is waste my time. Yeah, great, cool, awesome, sweet. Love it. That much time, huh? Cool, awesome, sweet. Shut the fuck up and let me play! I know! I hate this! Fuck! Wait and see. A real journalist always keeps her cool. Speaking of journalists... I can't calm down! Now see, now you lost time health, because you said that. Speaking of journalists, I have something interesting to tell you. A few days ago, I met another self-proclaimed journalist. She spoke with an accent quite similar to your own. She spoke like me? Then maybe it was... yes, it was your student. Jeez, I have so little time, fuck. Nicole Swift. She had a distinct way of speaking, one very much like your own. Furthermore, she said that she had a mentor. Could she have been referring to you? Wow. Oh, so you know Nicole? Well, ain't that a fun little coincidence? Where'd you meet? Where'd y'all meet? Wait, no, stop trying to get me to spill the beans. Phew, that was a close call. It seems that she lets down her guard when she talks about Miss Swift. Okay. Give me the info! I want you to tell me everything that you know right now. No way, Jose. I ain't spilling my guts to someone I have no connection with. Uh-huh. Jeez, there's so little time! You say I have no connection with you, Miss Hart. But don't we have a mutual acquaintance with your apprentice? It's not broken yet, that means my time isn't gonna be restored. Holy shit. Well, that's... I reckon it would be mighty cruel of me to give Nicole's friends the cold shoulder. Then why don't you share with us what you know? Well, when you put it like that, I guess I could let you in on my scoop. No! I ain't falling for your nasty tricks. No siree. Your scoop? No, just forget it. I ain't got nothing important. Do you have a scoop? Jeez. Such a slip of the tongue, it's hardly becoming of a journalist. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell us what it is. Ah! Alright, you got me. I had me a perfect scoop. But I ain't telling you what it is. I'm gonna sell the story to a publisher. The information she is hiding could be vital to the investigation. I need to make her talk. Next, I will press her on the contents of her scoop. Okay. But first, let me drink some water. She may be quick to lose her temper, but she's even quicker to loosen her tongue. She's not a difficult opponent. Now to extract the information I need. Is it related to the black market auction? Does the scoop of yours have something to do with the black market auction? What are you talking about? Oh, I don't know nothing about that. Weren't you in the middle of infiltrating the black market auction? The only logical conclusion is that your story has something to do with it. You ain't getting any answers from me. I didn't hear nothing. I don't know. You didn't hear... what exactly? Did you hear something during the auction? Okay. No, that's... I just heard a weird sound, is all. It ain't even worth mentioning in my article, just forget about it. There's no question, something happened during the black market auction. She heard a strange sound. This could be a useful clue. I guess I'll go with this then. Does your story pertain to an incident of some kind? Well, maybe it is, and maybe it doesn't. That's hardly a clear answer. Why are you always hollering at me? I ain't done nothing wrong. I just snuck in and do some investigative reporting. You were trespassing? You didn't do anything wrong. That's a bold statement, considering you're currently trespassing on private property. Hey, you're doing it too? Well, I guess a prosecutor's got the right to investigate wherever they please. Definitely a prosecutor right now. I probably shouldn't mention anything about the current state of my employment. There are far worse people in the world, you know. I reckon I'm a saint compared to folks who murder. Just scoop about a murder incident? Considering what you just mumbled, is it possible your scoop has something to do with a murder incident? Wow. Hey, I was only talking in general terms just now. I mean, anyone looked like a bag of roses compared to a murderer, right? It sounds like you're just making excuses to me. All I did was gather info on the black market auction. A murder incident? I don't know anything about it. I ain't seen or heard nothing. Didn't you hear a strange sound? Didn't you say you heard something strange during the auction? If it stuck out to you so much, it must not have been a sound that you would normally hear. For example, the screams of a murder victim. How'd you keep figuring everything out so quick? That's right. I stumbled upon a murder in the middle of my stakeout. Well, please, don't make me say any more. This is the biggest scoop I've had in a while. The murder that she overheard. It's most likely the same incident we are currently investigating. This is bound to be crucial information. I'll finish this by confirming the credibility of her information. Just please give me more time. I don't want this to be so stressful. She has nowhere left to run. It's time to deal the final blow. Tell me more. I don't know. Tell me what you know about the murder incident in full detail. Well, my memory ain't what it used to be. Not much I can talk about. I ain't the most attentive gal in the world, you see. I don't have enough clues. Okay, well, cool. Nice of you to tell me that early on and not waste a ton of time there. I'm still hiding something. Tell me the truth. I know you're still hiding something from me. I ain't hiding nothing from nobody. I already done told you everything I know. Okay. Cool. Did you really stumble upon a murder? You called me a liar? Them's fighting words. Right, this is supposed to be where we wait and see. I'm a bona fide journalist, see? That is the right expression, I'm pretty sure. Wait, or is it? I would never publish lies in my articles. Faster and more accurate than anyone. That's my motto. Her motto, huh? This could be a useful clue. Okay, I should keep it in my mind. I don't know which one that would apply to, and I don't have the time to think about it. Okay, well, that one then, I guess. Perhaps I should use the clue, sure. I'd hardly expect a bona fide journalist to be so inattentive. Didn't you just say your motto is to be faster and more accurate than anyone? Well, that's... As I expected, the credibility of your information is suspect. But I don't know what I heard. But I know what I heard. I even got proof. You have proof? You have proof? How is that possible? Explain yourself at once. I got me some wait, you heard that? Well, I was just talking to myself. Y'all just go around and pay it no mind. Sorry about that. It seems she's still hiding something. Obviously. Perhaps. Well, the evidence, the clue I needed for her still hiding something was that she was still hiding something. Fantastic. Isn't there something you haven't told me yet? You have evidence regarding the incident you witnessed. Something definitive enough to publish in an article. Wow. Ah! What in tarnation? Let me off the hook already. Fine, I'll tell you everything. I'll even show you the photo I took if you stop harassing me. That good enough for you? Checkmate. Stop being so smug about it, Edgeworth. I lost, I really lost. The mouth of the south has been defeated. Now then, it's time to come clean. Tell me everything that you know. Oh, the sound I just realized was a little too... the volume was a little too high on the game the entire time. Oh well. I was watching the auction, gathering info about my story. You didn't just watch though, you got shocking photos too, right? A little while after the auction started, someone won a bid and the conductor banged the gavel. Someone hollered, well, we'll finish the deal upstairs, or something like that. That ain't good, I thought to myself as I hurried back to hide behind the statue. Did you see whoever came up? Not quite. Why, I reckon the fella that came up was the winner of the bid. I could smell the buttery aroma of big fat wads of cash. Buttery aroma? I can't imagine that at all. Yeah, because you're too used to having money, Edgeworth. I reckon this room is where the bidders ponied up the dough for their purchases. The two of them talked for a while. Wait, there was a second person in the storeroom. I mean, if they're making a deal, obviously. You betcha, I reckon it was the conductor. And then out of nowhere, one of them started screaming. I almost scared my britches off. I rolled myself up into a ball and kept on laying low. So you witnessed the murder? Well, I wouldn't say that I witnessed it, but I definitely heard it though. Didn't you try to stop them? Just stop right there. That ain't even funny. What's a dainty little thing like me gonna do? Dainty. After that, I heard me some rustling and bustling. The whole time I was really regretting coming here something fierce. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, nothing gets in the way of Lotta Hartender's photos. This was my big scoop. Ain't no way I was gonna let it slip away. A bit later, I heard this loud thud. I figured it was my last chance to snap a photo from behind the statue. Well then, would you please show us this photo? Aw, why do I have to? Well, you don't actually have to. This is... the person in the red raincoat who attacked Kay. And they even have bloody hands. The person in the red raincoat assaulted the victim in the storeroom. And then attacked Kay on the roof. Also, the figure, that female figure on the left, you know, that mannequin. Didn't it not have arms when we examined it? Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but I feel like that was, you know, the thing being on the photo is on purpose. There's only one person in this photo. Where's the victim? Yeah, I thought it was strange too. Could have sworn there were two of them, but when I looked, there was only one. Well, that's gotta be the killer, don't you reckon? So she's saying the victim disappeared. You were able to tell this person was the culprit just by looking. Their hand was stained with bright red, so I figured it was them. What happened to the auction after the murder? Nothing really. It just went on like normal. I guess those rich folks don't give a hoot. They got some nerve. The nerve of a journalist is nothing to scoff at either. Well, I guess... no, wait, it does have its hand. Okay, well. Yeah. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Auction participants and victim disappeared. I guess we'll combine those, even though I don't really see a clear contradiction or anything, but you know, they're kind of related. Might as well try. Okay. If we assume that the murder took place in the storeroom, then we must conclude that the body was here as well. Huh? Isn't that pretty obvious? Do you remember how the participants left the auction? Of course, they'd passed through the storeroom on the way back from the auction. Ah! Exactly. The culprit had to hide the body so that the participants wouldn't discover it. The real question is, where was the body hidden? Emma, would you mind lending me a hand? Leave it to me! What do you want me to do? Let's see. Use your luminol reagent to test for a blood reaction, if you would please. Okay, let me show you the power of science. The glint in her eyes is getting brighter by the second. Let's start by examining that ladder over there. Based on Miss Hart's picture, yeah, it should definitely have some stains. The person with a red raincoat headed towards that ladder. Chances are something will turn up if we check there. Just touch anything you want to examine. If you do that, you'll be able to spray the luminol. If there's a bloodstain on the spot where you sprayed, you'll get a reaction like this. Even so, no matter how many times I see bloodstains, they're always so gruesome. There's a blood reaction here, but it's kind of faint. Let's spray it with luminol 2 or 3 more times, so it'll be nice and clear. You can see it clearly now. It looks even more gruesome than before. I think I might remember something about the bloodstains being upside down or something. Or maybe that was a different case. There are probably a few more bloodstains here, so why don't you give it a try, Miss Edgeworth? Oh, I can't actually use the cursor with my controller, so I guess I'll have to actually do it like this. Okay, I was kind of... Oops. Hoping for bloodstains on this stuff, but I guess it's not like that. Wow! Let's search the rest of the storeroom for bloodstains just like that. First, let's look for a place to spray the luminous reagent. Maybe here. You want to examine this spot? Why not? Unfortunately, there were no reactions here. Okay, thanks for saving me the trouble. Okay. Here. Probably nothing. How about the money? Yeah. Okay. Then I guess it's gotta be here, right? Let's spray luminol in every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, there's something down there. Ah, you can actually see my mouse cursor. Oops. Guess it's not a big deal. Mr. Edgeworth, there's a reaction. It's a bloodstain. But why in a place like this? Perhaps this was where the murder took place. Ah, it looks like some of the blood dripped down to the floor below. And that must be right on top of the statue, huh? Miss Edgeworth, there are places we still haven't checked yet. Okay, so let's continue. If you say so. I guess we haven't checked this yet. Okay. Wouldn't have made sense if there had been anything there. Have we checked this box yet? I guess not. Let's spray luminol. Let's do that. There's something there. Oh, I was gonna spray the rest first. I guess I hit it too much. Miss Edgeworth, there's a bloodstain here too. However, why is there a bloodstain in a place like this? Why indeed? Maybe something that had blood in it was stored inside. Maybe. Anything else? Looks like we found all the bloodstains in the storeroom. It seems we have investigated the storeroom sufficiently. Okay. Why was the body hidden? Not why, but where. Why? The reason why we found a bloodstain in the costume trunk is because the murderer hid the body in that box. I wonder who won the bid for it. The trunk, I mean. That I don't know. In a certain way, everything worked out exactly as someone wanted. Hold it, hold it. It couldn't have been in that resin box. What do you mean? When I first came down here, that box caught my eye too. It was just the right size and would have made the perfect hiding place. That's what I thought, anyway. But I couldn't get the dang thing to open. It had been wrapped up real tight with a locked chain. The murder happened after that, so hiding a body in there would have been impossible, you know. Not if they were able to open it. A chain wrapped around it. That's a bit strange. Right now, it doesn't seem to be locked up at all. Huh? That's weird. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me for some reason. And with that, I believe we have examined everything. There's to examine. Everything there's to examine here. Well then, let's head down. Let's head on down. Oh, have we decided on our next destination? Hey, Kay. Yes, Mr. Shields? We wouldn't want you to get lost, so make sure you stay real close to Uncle Ray, okay? Right, I'll follow you closely, Mr. Shields. These two... Since when did they get along like that? Who wouldn't want to get along with Uncle Ray? And it looks like Lotta joined our gang. April 5th. I guess we're lucky that nobody's here to witness us doing this, because I wouldn't have just gone down here without making sure there's nobody here first. Oh, no, wait, they're here. What? Mr. Edgeworth! Hello. Looks like everything's been cleaned up here, huh? This place is... This is the auction hall. No, it's the meeting room from before. I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious that they're one and the same, but yeah. Ha 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 ha! Wah ha ha ha! How nice of you to drop in, Kay Faraday! You've got some guts! Hey, you guys, arrest her! Arrest her! Wait, Kay is... As for the rest of the riffraff, just show them out the door. Nice photos. This is tyranny! Yeah, it's tyranny, pal. Wow, they sure are stepping in slowly. Miles, this is kinda bad. The light of justice shines above me! Ha ha ha! Yeah. Hey, leave Gumshoe out of this one. Why, me too. Oh, that's strange. I was aiming for that weak ex-prosecutor. You are clearly aiming at me. Maybe something got in my way, particularly... Right around here. There. Francisco. Just what do you think you're doing here, ex-prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? I do not believe that Kay is the culprit behind this incident. You're just an ordinary man without without investigation rights. What you say does not matter. I am Francisca von Karma. I will never stop moving forward. However, you chose to quit. The outcome of our battle has already been decided. I cast away my badge because it became a millstone around my neck. I shall continue moving forward even without it. The path I walk will surely lead to the truth. My actions are driven by that belief, and that is something which will never change. So you're saying that you've found a path to the truth? Then show it to me. But if that path proves to be a foolish one, I will not, it will not survive my whip. Okay. She seems, you know, that seems reasonable enough. You know, except for the part where she has wants to whip us. The victim used her keycard and entered this room was the culprit. Then the culprit stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabra, killing her. Shouldn't the letter make it obvious who the culprit is? Of course, the crime scene was right here in this room, the PIC meeting room. The proof is the bloodstain we found here in the meeting room. That settles it, Miles Edgeworth. Well, we found some new stuff. Miss Honkama seems really confident, doesn't she? Ah, I see. She's a fiery one, isn't she? I don't mind a feisty cutie, so how about that? How repulsive. Well, Miles Edgeworth, can you break my logic? If you truly have no intention of stopping here, prove it to me with evidence. Very well, I'll show you, Franziska. The evidence that proves my path. I think I know the 1 or 2 points to attack. So let's try getting to those as quickly as we can. Step up. Let's press this one, I guess, before presenting anything, just to make sure. Do you have any proof that the crime took place in this room? The Honkama is perfect in every way. Perhaps you forgot that when you gave up your badge. Okay, guess that was kind of pointless. The proof is the bloodstain we found here in the meeting room, and that settles it, Miles Edgeworth. Well, how about if we found another bloodstain? Tisk, tisk, tisk. If memory serves me correctly, the blood in the meeting room was found in front of the statue of Lady Justice, was it not? To murder someone before Lady Justice, the culprit knows no fear. I wonder about that. Have a look at this piece of evidence. Blood was found in the storeroom right above the meeting room. As you can see, there are signs that it has dripped down onto the floor below. And right under the hidden lift is the statue of Lady Justice. Then you understand, the murder did not take place here. The killer murdered the victim in the storeroom and then moved the body to this room. What Lady Justice witnessed was a coward trying to conceal their crimes, and not the moment of the murder. She's smiling. Pardon me, I just remembered a conversation quite similar to this one. As I expected, Miles Edgeworth, such naivety couldn't possibly be an act. Just how is Mr. Edgeworth naive? Ah! Have you forgotten, or are you just playing the foolish fool? The amount of blood in the meeting room is clearly greater than in the storeroom. Please don't just hit me and then ignore me. Ah! Such a large amount of blood couldn't have simply dropped from the floor above. And even if it had, there should have been much more blood left behind in the storeroom. The murder could not have occurred anywhere other than this meeting room. You're as predictable as always, Franziska. Rude. What? The difference in the amount of blood is just as you say. The question is, why does such a difference exist? That issue is trivial. I've already explained it with my perfect logic. In that case, how do you explain the blood that was found in the storeroom? I don't suppose you're going to tell me that it somehow sprayed all the way up there. Like a water fountain? No way! Exactly, it's impossible. In other words, the reason for the difference in the amount of blood is... The amount of blood in the meeting room and the storeroom are different because... The weapon was pulled out here. She was stabbed here. No, she was stabbed in the storeroom. I guess the weapon was pulled out here. The victim died of a stab wound. Naturally, there would be a significant amount of blood loss. That's obvious just from looking at the bloodstain. But that's so weird. She was attacked in the storeroom, but there was less blood found there than... Ah! Silence, you third-rate prosecutor. but I'm the best! Ah! Do you know when you lose the most blood after getting stabbed with a sharp object? Ah, I know. It's when the sharp object is pulled out, right? Precisely. After being stabbed with a candelabra, the body was moved to the meeting room. And then the murder weapon was pulled out right here in this very room. That would account for the difference in the amount of blood that was left behind. But why would the culprit go through all that trouble? Most likely to give the impression that the murder occurred in the meeting room. It seems Miss Crane's keycard was used last night. But based on the time of use, it must have been a ploy by the culprit to mislead us. In all likelihood, it was the culprit who used the keycard to enter the meeting room. Why would the culprit have needed to do that? Perhaps they feared that the storeroom would be found out during the investigation. If they were involved in the auction, they would not have wanted it to become public. We haven't even mentioned the auction, have we? The auction, you say? Perhaps you should go upstairs and see for yourself what items are on display. I'm sure that will allow you to understand what occurred here. Impressive, Miles Edgeworth. You're willing to go that far to protect her. There's something big lurking behind the scenes of this case. Kay simply got caught up in it. You're exaggerating. Am I now? More than anyone, I would think you'd understand the significance behind all this. Why would you, a prosecutor working with Interpol, be involved in a domestic case? Wasn't your objective to crush a certain international smuggling ring? If your research for smuggled goods has led you here, then isn't this feeling I have related to the case? I'm relieved you haven't lost your touch even though you've turned in your badge. I've heard about your situation from Scruffy over there. Yo. Sorry, sir. I just wanted to help out somehow. A wise decision, Detective. Francisco, are you the one in charge of this case? Isn't Interpol pursuing the black market auction? And what if I am? That's not something you need to know. So you knew about all this from the very beginning? You knew the black market auction was being held right here. Hey, mind if I butt in? About that gal who turned up dead. You. Hey, I ain't done talking yet. Ah, you ain't changed a lick. This case doesn't need even a fragment of your faulty testimony. What are you saying? I'm a bona fide... Back then, you gave false testimony. Miss Von Karma seems to really dislike Lotta. I can't say she's fond of her. Ain't that Crane gal one of them PIC members? She's the spitting image of the conductor. I reckon she's... Ah, she hit me again. What is the meaning of this? Answer me, Miles Edgeworth. From Miss Hart's testimony, we obtained a description of what the conductor was wearing. And it matches what the victim, Jill Crane, was wearing. You mean to say the one who was murdered was the conductor? Miss Von Karma, maybe you should See, that's what happens when you tell people to calm down. You either lose time points or you get whipped. It would seem that a new fact has just been brought to light. Indeed, I came here in pursuit of the black market auction, in order to arrest the organizer of the event. In other words, the conductor. If we believe Miss Hart's testimony, then the conductor is already dead. Wouldn't this mean that your investigation has ended in vain? That's right. However, I swear on my name that I will not return empty-handed. I challenge you, Miles Edgeworth. A challenge is fine, but why is she readying her whip like she's out for a victim of her own? What are we fighting over? I'm gonna drink some more. I will concede your argument. The murder occurred in the storeroom, correct? That would mean the culprit is someone who participated in the auction. If that photographer is correct, the victim was the conductor, and the culprit was a customer. The culprit waited for the victim in the storeroom where the goods were delivered. Then they stabbed the victim in the chest with a candelabra in the storeroom. That is all. I trust you have no objections. Unfortunately, that is not the case, because there is a hole in your testimony. As expected of Mr. Edgeworth, I didn't notice anything at all. Well then, please settle this in one blow. Yes, of course. Watch as I crush her logic. I wasn't paying full attention, I have to reread it. Murder occurred in the storeroom, yeah. The culprit is someone who participated in the auction. Probably. That photographer is correct. The victim was the conductor and the culprit was a customer. Probably. The culprit waited for the victim in the storeroom where the goods were delivered. No, they went up together, right? Then they stabbed the victim in the chest with a candelabra in the storeroom. Black market auction was being held in Grand Tower. The items 11 people attended the event, each one of them was wearing a mask. The auction continued even after Crane's murder. Nope, it doesn't say that here, so I can't use that. Waited for the victim in the storeroom. I guess that's not the point we're attacking then. Oh wait, no wait. This photo might mean something. Someone with a red raincoat. Wait. Shit, I went the wrong way around. Being a member, the items of auction were pieces of evidence. 11 people attended the event, each one of them was wearing a mask. The auction, okay. Oops. They stabbed the victim in the chest with a candelabra in the storeroom. That seems correct. The victim was the conductor, the culprit was a customer. I don't see anything obvious to attack. Culprit is someone who participated in the auction. I'll just press. Like, I don't know. You are surprisingly quick to concede. I simply cannot deny facts that are backed by evidence. That is all. You have proven that the murder occurred in the storeroom. Good.
Hold it!
The culprit participated in the auction. I'd like to hear a basis for this claim. When I spoke with the staff of this building, not a single one mentioned the storeroom. The storeroom's existence must have been known to a select few. And that's where the items for the auction were being stored. I see you understand. Yes, the culprit participated in the auction. I still don't see a real reason to doubt that. Maybe I'll have to go over the evidence once more in a bit.
Hold it!
So you're saying the victim was the auction's conductor? I mean, we've established that, right? Right, and the culprit? Hey, ain't that the one who told her that ain't the other one who told her that just a moment ago? Yes, that is right. However, I was simply making sure her logic is clear. That ain't right. You're doing it wrong. This is the part where you're supposed to say, I done goofed. The culprit was a customer participating in the black market auction. That wasn't tarnation. Now you've done it. Don't cover him. Of course, that is only if this photographer's testimony is indeed true. I can't tell whether they're on good or bad terms. The issue here is the culprit's actions.
Hold it!
Miss Hart was in the storeroom at the time. Could the culprit really have been waiting there? Ah, haven't heard that voice in this game yet. I don't know where she was hiding, but Since you have seen it, you must know as well. There are numerous hiding places in that storeroom. So the culprit was hiding while they waited for the victim to arrive. I believe the crime occurred after the auction ended. After all, the victim was the organizer of the auction, the conductor. During the auction, the organizer would have to be in front of the customers the entire time. After the auction ended. Please add that statement to your testimony. So I wasn't just supposed to present evidence right away. You fucking cheated. You lied to me. I believe the crime occurred after the auction ended. That, right? Maybe? The auction continued even after Jill Crane's murder. That is just more of her statements, though, so maybe it doesn't actually work, but that's, that's a contradiction. Okay. As I thought, you are one step behind. What did you say? The victim was not the conductor, and I have proof. Miss Hart's testimony. That photographer's testimony is not trustworthy. What are y'all saying? I'm a bona fide Cease your idle chatter. Francisca, calm down and listen. Miss Hart witnessed a part of the murder. The main point here is that after witnessing this murder, she says the auction continued. That's right. Sure as can be, they all just kept going on shamelessly. Do you think the auction could have continued without someone conducting it? If the victim was not the conductor, the person killed must have been a customer. No! As I said from the beginning, Kay is not the culprit. After all, she herself was attacked by someone and lost consciousness. In which case, that would also make her a victim. If the auction continued after the incident occurred, yes, and the victim was not the conductor but a customer. Oh hey, that's enough. That voice. Hello there. Order in the court. The chairman will now enter. Oh, the culprit, you mean? My, no need to be so stiff. Actually, feel free to call me Blazy. Well then, Blazy, what brings you here? Well, I just wanted to see if my idiot son was working hard is all. Was that the voice I had for him? I don't exactly remember. Whatever. Is this kind of father-son relationship really healthy? I had come to light a fire under you, but it seems I found an unexpected bonus. To think that the criminal who has become the talk of the town would be here, of all places. Everyone, restrain the suspect at once. Please wait. Kay Faraday is not the Silence! This is quite troubling, Edgeworth. Didn't I tell you earlier? The PIC desires a swift resolution to the case. If it's not, we could lose our trust with the public. They'd tell us the waste of time committee. Yeah, because you're afraid of being found out. You know, it's troubling for me as well, that sort of thing, and at my age too. And on top of that, an illegal investigation is not something that I can overlook. Have you forgotten? You are no longer a prosecutor. You have lost all your authority. Furthermore, you have aided a criminal in evading the law. Yes, that's right. You're so reliable, Courtney. I am aware of the consequences of my actions. You may punish me as you wish, however. We have found a new suspect. It's the person pictured here. Kay Faraday was attacked by this person and... There is no need for your explanation. Just recently, a red raincoat was discovered in the vicinity of this building. The victim's blood and cherry blossom petals were found on the hood. Cherry blossom petals. Now that you mention it, on the viewing platform. Yes, they probably stuck due to the blood. They were littered around the bloodstain. And we've received the forensic report and on the blood, you know. There's no doubt about it. The person in that photo is the victim, Jill Crane. What did you say? Impossible. That would completely destroy the foundations of our logic. We had believed the person in the red raincoat was the culprit. And now turns out that person is actually the murder victim. Wait, if that's the case, then the prime suspect would be... Miss Faraday, you met a person in a red raincoat on the rooftop, did you not? Yes, I did, but... The person in the red raincoat was the murder victim. And Kay Faraday came into contact with that person. Since one of the parties is now dead, what happened next should be clear. Kay was attacked by that person. As the victim, it would be impossible for her to be the culprit. There is no evidence she was attacked, is there? Furthermore, we must consider the possibility that the victim fought back. It's far too early to come to that conclusion. Kay is not the criminal. You're wrong. Kay? That's wrong. Even though I don't want to believe it myself. After hearing about the raincoat, I finally remembered. I only remember little, but from what I saw that night, the culprit is me. I remember looking down at the person in the red raincoat. Mr. Edgeworth, it wasn't me. The culprit was me all along. Oh no. That can't be right. Then why? Why do I have that memory? That person collapsed before my eyes, engulfed in a pool of blood. Why didn't I do anything? It must have been because I killed her. Or you were a witness. It is clear to me the validity of Kay Faraday's memory. Didn't you doubt it until just now, pal? Congratulations, Miss Faraday. Your courage will surely allow you to be forgiven. Now, let us rejoice in the blessings of the Goddess of Law. Allow me to give my opinion as an international prosecutor. Her actions as a criminal are... Harry, arrest Kay Faraday at once. How dare you behave that way in front of me? You're being too forceful. Further verification is necessary. I'd even go so far to say this is unlawful. Unfortunately, the law does not side with you. It sides with me, you see. But you know, the beautiful bond between you two has been etched deeply into my heart. That reminds me, we seem to have forgotten one additional suspect. Edgeworth, that's you. Sure, why not? What's that, pal? Miss Edgeworth hasn't done anything wrong. I beg to differ. That's right, you see. He's no longer a prosecutor, sadly enough. And that obviously makes him a culprit. Your actions have gone too far this time. An illegal investigation and assisting in the escape of a criminal. I cannot even think of you as a former prosecutor. Now humbly accept your punishment. Oh yes, that's right. I believe the plan for today was to hold your hearing before the PIC. Why don't we leave the hearing for tomorrow, even though the result is already crystal clear? You shouldn't think long. You should think long and hard about what you've done. Very long and very hard. Penis joke. Court is now adjourned. Okay. Well, we're at just about 2 hours, so I guess that fits in with the, the recent episode lengths. So let's leave the rest for next time. Which might be tomorrow. It might not be tomorrow. Who knows? This is such a wacky, crazy world. Nobody knows anything. Well, anyway. Thanks for watching and hanging out and all that good stuff. And thank you for partaking in my illegal auction. I hope you are happy with what you have acquired. And I'll see you again next time. Otsukaresama. Bye bye.